All right, hello everybody. We are joined by associate head coach today, Gerry Lucey, following Hofstra's 2-0 victory over Towson to open up CAA action. Coach, would you just open up with a statement on today's win over the Tigers?
Yeah, I thought it was a very hard-fought win. We didn't capitalize on the chances that we had, and I thought that Towson performed very well. They made it difficult for us, and it was definitely a challenging game. The style that they played, and obviously the chance we didn't put away.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions for Coach. First, Ryan, go ahead.
Hey, Coach Ryan Junio, WRHU. You're facing this Towson side that have such a prolific striker in Nia Christopher. How are you able to neutralize her throughout the match?
We obviously did our homework on her. We knew that she was a serious threat up front, and we try to organize the back four. We try to not allow so much service into her, and at the same time making sure that we always had a cover player. We try to play a little bit tighter than normally with the back four to not allow her the space to get in and obviously punish us. So she's a quality player. She had a couple of moments, but I think over the course of the game we did a good job of her.
Andrew.
Hey, Coach. Andrew Fantuccio, Hofstra Chronicle. Miri Taylor, again, with a great performance, scored both your goals today. What separates her from the rest of her peers at this rate? She's an elite level player. She's got a great understanding of the game. She works extremely hard to put herself in that position in terms of the physical play, her understanding of the game. She's a very driven individual, and she's been very consistent for us this year, both as the first defender in closing down the opposition and on the second part in finishing her opportunities. So a quality individual and a quality player.
Maddie Perkins.
Hey, Coach. Maddie Perkins here. Congrats on the win from WRHU. So back in goal today, we saw Skyler get some awesome stuff. What do you have to say about her performance on the day?
Skyler's been very consistent as well. She's been very stellar in goal. She came up big, obviously, a couple of times today when score was tied and the score was also 1-0. She's stepping up again. She's definitely grown a lot since her freshman year. She's a lot more vocal these days, a lot more commanding of the back four and the organization of the back four. And that's I think that's obviously evidenced by the amount of shutouts that she's had as well. She's got a great 10 in front of her, who obviously don't allow that many opportunities, but the chance that we have allowed, Skyler's been there for us.
Well.
Hi, Coach. Will Thompson, WRHU. Congrats on the win. It seemed like both teams were playing very, very physical today. What can you say about the physicality of a conference opener and, of course, Hofstra's first conference game of the season?
It's a physical conference. That's what we're going to expect every game. We know the opposition is going to be gunning first. Obviously with the ranking that we have, that's obviously one target that they're pursuing, but also I think that Hofstra in the past has done so well that everybody wants to take us down. So they are going to play physical. They are going to try to bully us around. But we've made the players a lot more aware of that. We've kind of gone through that individually, that we cannot allow that to happen. So I think you'll see a more physical Hofstra as we move forward, but also a Hofstra team that's going to play some excellent soccer and hopefully dominate games.
Ryan.
Going back to the defensive performance, there was a couple times that Krista Agustinello really stopped a couple 1v1 opportunities against Nia Christopher. How do you rate her performance today?
She's been excellent. Again, pretty much I can't fault any of our players. They've been fantastic both in practice, their attitude, and Krista is up there with them. She's got tremendous speed. She's always there, kind of looking to cover in, which is what we're working on as well on both outside backs, being able to pinch in and to provide that cover for the center backs against such quality players that Towson had today. They got a really good attacking three. So Krista performed very well. She stepped in when she needed to step in. Her speed obviously takes her into positions that other defenders can't get into. And she is the kind of like the last person back there many times to thwart their offensive opportunities.
Andrew?
So, Coach, it kind of was a tale of two halves for a little bit. In the first half, you guys dominated, controlled the pace of play for a lot. In the second half, Towson really kind of chipped away and pushed the ball back upfield. What was it that they were doing that allowed them to do that and sort of keep the game close throughout the second half?
As you'll find watching many games, I mean, that win plays a factor. And it did play a little bit of a factor in the second half today in kind of pressing us back a little bit further than we wanted. It wasn't a very strong win, but it was still strong enough that allowed Towson to push that ball further down the field. Obviously, you can see, with the goalkeeper punting the ball a lot in the second half and with their longer kicks, it causes a few issues. I think we came out a little bit flat as well. For the first 10 minutes, we weren't where we wanted to be and what we spoke about at halftime. We didn't come out and perform to the level that we needed to. So they obviously caught us on the back foot and kept on pushing and created a couple of opportunities for themselves.
Well,
Hey, Coach. So before this match today, it had been 10 days since you guys last played. Of course, the big win at Princeton. Do you think that long layoff really affected you guys at all?
Yeah, it breaks up your rhythm. And we're used to playing 2 games a week. We're used to playing obviously a Thursday, Sunday, or thereabouts. So having a long gap and giving the players a couple of days off, they came back, they worked hard, but it definitely changes your rhythm. So we have another week off now until JMU. Hopefully we'll be ready for that game, as we hope, obviously, as we know JMU will be. But yeah, it's the rhythm is definitely affected. So as we go obviously into JMU and beyond, then I'm sure we'll be more consistent in the 90 minutes.
Andrew?
Coach, your 6th straight win, the first.
Sorry, it cut out there. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
I think I lost you.
Good. All right.
Good.
6th straight win, first in conference play. What's the attitude like in the locker room right now? And how can you maintain that attitude with a week off until your next game against JMU?
I think, last spring taught us a big lesson in obviously making it to the conference semifinals and getting knocked out by Elon. We've got a very determined group. We've got a fantastic group that are, we have leaders in each of our classes. So they're very focused. They know what they want to do this year. And this is obviously just, the first step in that direction. So it means a lot, obviously getting off to a good start, but we got 8 more difficult conference games coming up and the level needs to be improved. They know that even though we had a pretty good game today, that we were inconsistent in certain areas, and those will address during the week. We spoke about them a little bit after the game, and I'm sure that next week that we should be a little bit better than we were today.
Any other questions for Coach today? Okay, thank you so much, everybody, and thank you, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.